Hello everyone, this is Coach Leo signing in from beautiful park here where I live. I wanted to kind of change the scene here. Yes, I'm wearing a facial mask and you guys know exactly why. I also have my shades on. It's kind of sunny out, so let's get started. Today I wanted to share with you what I've learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it has something to do with the EMF, or electromagnetic field. It's basically our human body is composed of billions of or trillions of cells and molecules of different types of matter. And matter is all about when you break it down to molecular level or atomic level, it's tiny atoms and protons and neutrons and electrons and all of those stuff, all combined together and creates this form, or the matter, right? And that's who we are. And everything on Earth or in this planet is made up of that. So why am I talking about this is because Dr. Joe mentions about this one researcher back in the 1940s. He was interested in studying or researching the eggs, in particular eggs of birds or reptiles or something like that, and he was trying to measure the EMF charges within the matter of the egg. And he noticed that where the head was, which would be the top of the egg, would have a positive charge, and the bottom of the egg would have the negative charge. So what is that? I mean, we know that as what's called a magnet, right? Batteries also, it has that formula: positive at the top, negative in the bottom. And our body's like that too. Actually, this Earth is like that too, right? What is the significance? So what this researcher decided to do was he wanted to compare, or he wanted to start seeing if there would be what pattern of EMF would be flowing on patients, particularly women with ovarian cancer. And when he started measuring the organ, and he noticed the same pattern where the positive charge at the top and negative charge in the bottom, and the way that it was flowing was quite identical to how the egg's EMF was flowing. So he found that very fascinating, and then he was able to prove that it wasn't actually the matter that was influencing the field, but it was the other way around, where the field within, maybe in the outer layer of our body, because we do emit field, right? Like when we feel a certain way or when we think about certain thoughts, we create, even though we can't see with our naked eyes, we are releasing or discharging EMF all the time. And so he noticed that the field was actually influencing the matter. In this case, it would be the reproductive organ inside the women, right? And then he also noticed another interesting fact, and that was women who had not yet had the cancer but had that same pattern of field in their body ended up actually having the disease in their ovary. So what does it tell you? It tells you that the way we think and the way we feel, our lifestyle, particularly from a mental standpoint, that actually influences our organs, or our health, basically. So this is super important for you to pick up, because even though we have all the freedom and we can think whatever the hell we want to think about, we can feel whatever the hell we want to feel about, but you got to be very selective from now on. Why? Because if you just randomly start thinking all the bad stuff in the world that's happening and all the frustration that you have, and if you're always negative and pissed and anxious, you're creating a messed up field in your physique. And like I just explained for the past 5 minutes, it's going to start influencing the cells and all the molecules and stuff in your organs. The other thing that I wanted to quickly mention was that I want to talk about frequency a little bit. Frequency is basically For example, we all have smartphones or cell phones these days. Cell phones, it's got their own numbers, right? You have your own number, I have my own number, and it carries a certain frequency band. And frequency band is kind of like a invisible communication network channel. It's like a highway, and you put information on it, whether it's text message or pictures or files or whatever you have. You put it on that channel and you send it. It's a transceiver, right? Same thing happens to your thoughts and your emotions too. If you're having certain type of thoughts, those thoughts actually get carried inside a certain frequency channel, and it gets released. So think of your thoughts being electrical, and your feelings or emotions something that is magnetic. So if you are having a very positive thoughts, for example, you're thinking gratitude, love, belief, and all that good stuff, you are actually sending that information on a, let's call it a frequency A, and when you send it, it would send back feeling that would reflect exactly how you thought about. So there's a coherence between your thought and your feeling. So that frequency band, TX and RX, that transceiver is actually something that you want, that kind of pattern. On the flip side, if you have some kind of messed up thoughts, let's say you're pissed or anxious and jealous and hateful and judgmental and whatever, right? Everything that is negative, then you are opening the frequency channel of exactly that, and that's exactly the feeling that it's gonna return to you, and your body's gonna start feeling exactly what you just thought. This isn't some theory or some hypothesis or some religious, teaching. This is science. This is physics. So, why am I talking about this? It's like the reason why I wanted to shoot this video is I want you to, from now on, when you're frustrated and you're getting pissed and your stress hormone is getting released, and you guys are all experts. What happens when you switch on your stress response? Then your brainwave, right? You have different types of brainwave pattern, and it starts to scorch right up to the high beta, and that's when you're being very, very analytical, not in a productive way, but in a messed up way, right? And when you keep doing that, just like what I've been explaining to you so far, you are creating a very disadvantageous, unhealthy EMF pattern within your physical. And even though you can't see it, it's like radiation. You can't see radiation with your eyes, but when you go to places like where it's radioactive, you get messed up, right? Same thing. So I guess what my suggestion is, when you're feeling pissed off and you want to just blow up and start yelling and breaking stuff, calm down, relax, lower that brainwave pattern. I mean, you don't have full control of not being, you can't just, it's not like where you push a button and your stress hormone will not get released, and you don't have that, right? There's no on and off button. So the only on and off button that I can tell you is it's a gradual process, but you can intentionally just chill, take a deep breath, and start meditating. You guys are all meditation experts now. Stop that analytical mind, and eventually your brainwave pattern will go down from high beta to lower beta to potentially alpha, and that's when you regain your rationality, and you're going to start to create a better field within your body. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and I hope you learned something. And just before I get off, it's a beautiful weather out. Like I said, it's nice blue sky. I'm just at a park, so I'll shoot more video like this when the weather is nice. Anyways, thanks for watching, and please hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'll check you out next time. Peace.